The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Utah Utes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Utes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Defense in press coverage. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Washington. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
2nd and 10 here. Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Catch in the middle. It's Kearney. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged on the outside, it's Thomas. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
You're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Sooners are on the move. Back to throw, it's Washington. Got a man, it's Rigby. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's Rigby. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
See what they've got on 2nd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Second down coming up. On the move. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that
headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Reed. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Sooners ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Off play action on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Makes the grab. It's Rigby. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First down here for the offense. Back to throw, it's Washington. Catch in the middle, it's McIntyre. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
The Sooners line it up with a first and goal. Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Finds his tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Makes the catch, it's Rigby. Still running at the 40. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. Tosses it incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Give on the option. Look out, he's got room. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Back to pass, it's Washington. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown Sooners!
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, gentlemen.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
From the gun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now.
Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves, and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
With the catch, it's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball.
Going to take a shot. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Utes will punt this one away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Washington. He's got it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, running back gets the give. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Pulls it in, it's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. This is a designed run. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll leave it with him. Find some fresh air. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Washington. Quickly complete.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Reed. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on.
Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
A nice catch, way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Just keep swinging it. That's caught. It's Reed. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He's got him. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They put together an 81-yard drive. After that score, they'll try to build some momentum here in the third quarter and get it back with an onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Under fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. He's got an open man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Using his feet. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's got the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those 1st downs. Get those big chunks.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? And the Utes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. The Utes are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. and that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Finds his back in the middle. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Oh, he's got a chance. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. You know, some people think it's a gamble, but sometimes it's really not. It's just a smart play to go for it on 4th down.
One thing you know is you're only going to have so many possessions. So the more you punt, the more you give it up. Obviously, you're not going to score, and the field position game is kind of going out the window. So, yes, you definitely go for it more, and you've seen more success, and you've seen more points than ever.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Makes one man miss.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now facing a 3rd and long. gives it on the option. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Wants to fire on second down. The sure hands, it's Green. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Fires to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The play action fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Trying to burn this defensive back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. The hand to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
To the air, it's Washington. Caught over the middle, it's Thomas. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to the ground with the running back. Turning it on! And they're able to get him down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Reed. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Pressure coming. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nakua. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Andrews. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They got it at the 30.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. With the catch, it's Nakua. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Utes have it with a first and goal. They'll go to the air. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
29 Philly.
Now the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the offense has tried to throw the football twice now in goal-to-go situations. They haven't come up with anything positive. You know the windows get a lot smaller down here. This is going to be a very tough play on third down trying to generate a touchdown.
Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. He's looking downfield to throw. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times. You've turned the football over. Like, continue to play. Find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, fourth and goal. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They're dealing with a second and long. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation